To access the client login area, if you're on the website already, just click on client login. If you're not on the website, go to DJ George Confoy, canoeclubballroom.com, click on client login, click on login to client portal. You're going to type in your email address and your password. Hit login, complete the verification check. Select your event date, and now you can complete your music playlist, planning form, and event timeline. We're going to start with the music playlist. The best place to start is with Top 200. Some things you're going to find on every one of these playlists. One is a play button to play the song. It's only going to allow you to play a portion of the song though. And then a plus sign, and that's going to allow you to add this song, much like every other song, to your must play, play if possible, or do not play. If you want additional playlists aside from these 5 here, click in this rectangular box. You'll see the drop down box that appears. This is going to give you access to every single playlist we have in the system. Okay. If you want to search for artists individually, let's say Dua Lipa is one of your favorites. We'll type her in, hit enter. Everything by Dua Lipa will come up. You also have those same options to listen to the song and hit the plus sign, add it to the must play, play if possible, and do not playlist. To add Spotify list to your music playlist, click on music playlist, click on import from Spotify. I'm already logged into my Spotify account, but you're probably not going to be, so you'll have to input your username and password to gain access to your Spotify music list. In this case, I'm logged in, so I'm going to choose a playlist to import. I'm going to select Prelude VSQ Geek Weddings. I'm going to go back to the playlist, and you'll see that it imported it to the music playlist. Keep in mind, you can also add up to 50 songs to the must play, 50 to the play if possible, and 50 to the do not playlist. Now that we covered the music playlist, we're going to talk about the planning form. So click on planning form. You'll see general information up top. As you scroll down, you'll see a spot for ceremony music. And now next to processional number 1, officiant groom groomsmen, there is a link here that'll bring you to this section where you can click on weddings. Click in this rectangular box for ceremony processional options, and then there's a bunch here that you can add to the form. So click the plus sign, add to form, it adds the song here. Same thing holds true with processional number 2. Click on weddings, click in this rectangular box, go to ceremony processional, and add your song to the form. Now, let's say you want to pick a song that's on YouTube and you can't find it in the system. Don't worry. Go to your YouTube, pull up the song that you want. The URL is going to be listed up here up top. What you'll do is you'll copy the URL, go back to the form, in this box, click. It's going to bring up this search section, paste it here, hit enter. It's not going to find the song, of course, right? Click on can't find the song you're looking for, enter it by hand. Where it says song, you're going to right click and paste the link into that section and then hit the plus sign and add it to form. So it's basically going to add that YouTube link to the form for you. Okay? You do the same thing with the recessional song and any other spots on the planning form that require a song option. As you scroll down, you'll see options like reception highlight options. For cocktail, I basically copied and pasted a Spotify link. If you have Spotify, you're welcome to do that. What you do is go to your Spotify account and go to your cocktail list. You'll see these 3 dots here. Click on the 3 dots. Scroll to the bottom. Copy link to playlist. I'm going to close this. I'm going to go back to the form. And I'm going to right click and paste the Spotify link for cocktail music. You can do the same thing for dinner if you have a Spotify account. And any other sections that require like a generalized list of music for key areas. Typically it's only cocktail, dinner, and prelude, but you're welcome to do that in any of those spots. You'll see that there's a spot for who's giving toast, who's going to give the blessing if there is a blessing, cake song, if there's even a cake cutting. I mean, you'll just select yes or no, whichever one. I'm assuming dinner is served, what style, buffet, family style, individually served, etc. So you'll just go down the form and complete it as necessary. For bridal party introductions, I do ask that when you type in the names, that any challenging names you spell phonetically. This way, when we're going over the form and I'm going over the names, I can pronounce them properly. I mean, if you don't get to that, no worries at all. When we do go over the names on the call, I'll actually spell them phonetically if I pronounce them incorrectly. If you have any other information that is not covered on the form, you can go ahead and type that in here in the other information section. And then as you scroll down, you'll see introduction music. I wouldn't necessarily worry about the welcome song. I can handle that. Guest to dance floor. This is only if we're doing like a dance party introduction. Most folks at the Canoe Club Ballroom don't do the dance party introduction. Not to say that you can't. You can. We can talk more about that when we're on a call. So I wouldn't necessarily worry about that either. However, what I would do is maybe perhaps pick songs for the parents. In most cases nowadays, each set of parents have different songs, as well as each of the bridal party members that are being introduced into the room. In many cases, they have different songs as well. But you could pick one song for the entire party, maybe one song for both sets of parents, and then one song for you two. And this is where you would put those songs in. If you need recommendations for introductions, click on the notepad with the 3 lines. Click on weddings. Click in this rectangular box. Click on introductions. And you'll see a bunch of introduction recommendation songs that you can add for each of these couples. And that's pretty much it on the planning form. If you have any questions or concerns, send me an email or send me a text message, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions. The last thing to go over is the event timeline. Click on event timeline. So you're going to find that there is a drop down for each time frame to select an activity. If the activity is not there, select other, and then in the notes section, identify what that might be. So, for instance, there's a best man toast option, but there isn't one for the maid of honor or parents of the bride. So what you would do is you would select best man toast and then add, in the notes section if it's the maid of honor or parents of the bride. But as you can see here, it's running in the background because I did all of this prior to me narrating. You just easily select the time for each of these events to unfold and then title them. So pretty simple. If you have any questions on this, certainly reach out to me. I mean, the good news is I do several events at the Canoe Club Ballroom, so I pretty much know the flow and the timeline of events there. So it's pretty easy for me. I know it like the back of my hand. However, I just wanted to kind of give you the demo and show you exactly how easy it is. If you have any questions, reach out to me, send me a text message or an email, and I'll answer your questions right away. That concludes the event timeline. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns.